actually got off your couch today. You know we gotta give you praise. Sing that name. Sing that name. Oh, Todd, we praise you.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Tonight on the show, well, you know, we're into spooky season. Spooky. And a bunch of spooky, scary movies open up this weekend. And I thought we'd talk about your favorite horror movies, or maybe your least favorite horror movies or genres. Kind of get us into the mood. It's going to be a wonderful fall weekend, a bit chilly. But I think good weather nonetheless, right? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to a pepper party tomorrow night. Friends of mine in Beaver Creek. Big pepper party. Ghost pepper party. So we'll be talking about that. It's also Hot Hat Friday. That's not the right one.
You need a hat.
Look, it's a hat.
Nice hat.
I need a hat.
Let me just get your hat.
Yeah.
I love the way you wear that hat.
Don't forget your hat. Are you going to wear that hat?
I like the hat.
Nice hat. Looks expensive.
It's a magic hat.
So tonight's Hot Hat Friday hat is brought to you by the Triangle Park movie. The other night I had the filmmaker Alan Farst on the show. He's a local guy, and he did this movie about the very first NFL game that took place this week 120 years ago at Triangle Park here in Dayton. And his movie's about that. It's part dramatic. It's part documentary. I've only seen the trailer, but it looks great. It's opening up in November, and you can get more at triangleparkmovie.com. But he left me this beautiful, beautiful hat. So thank you very much. You can check out the live stream to see the hat. And I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. By the way, you can see the interview that I did with Alan. It's on my Facebook page where you see me wearing this hat. So you can check that out. 937-457-1290. We're going to get to the spooky movies here in a second, I promise. But, yeah, we had a couple of incidents that I need some clarification on. Cars into buildings, drivers keep on crashing, colliding into homes and stores. Every week, another thrashing leaves the building feeling sore. So this morning, bright and early, I got a message from somebody up in Troy, Jack, and Edgehead Jack, and he sent me a picture of what looks to be like a van up on a sidewalk, maybe in downtown Troy. He said it was near the Sub House, I think, but I couldn't really tell if the vehicle actually hit the building or if it was just on the sidewalk. And I didn't see a story about it on WHIO.com. They didn't know what I was talking about when I asked them about it. So maybe we could get some confirmation. If you're up in Troy, you are familiar with that area, you can see if there's damage to the building, whatever it might be, give us a call, 937-457-1290. Also, I got a report of one in Bradford, and they sent a picture, actually. So thank you for that. And that would be that we're counting that for sure. 118. And then I got another message that there was one maybe in Richmond, Indiana, and that's part of the WHIO listening area. So we will certainly count that, but I need more clarification. I didn't see a picture. I don't have an address or anything like that. So maybe if you're in Richmond and you know about a car hitting a house or a building of some sort, give us a call. 937-457-1290. And I want to take this real quickly. Mark in Versailles. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, not much. I was just seeing if you got my picture.
Oh, so which one? Was this the one in Bradford?
Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah, that's we're counting that for sure. If I get confirmation on the one in Troy last night, that one would be 118. Yours would be 119. But
okay.
yeah, so you are definitely Your eyewitness reporting was great. Thank you for that. We got it, and we're going to put it on the list. So,
All right. Well,
all
I
right.
thought you'd enjoy that.
Thank you.
so.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thanks, buddy. 937-457-1290. All right. So spooky season is here, and movies opening up this weekend. There's a couple. The first one is The Exorcist Believer. Now, of course, the classic Exorcist, one of the best ever. We talked about this, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago. Miami Valley's Morning News with Larry Hanskin, they were giving away digital copies of The Exorcist. And I will have some here in the next week or so to give away as well. But the latest in that series, Believer is what it's called, The Exorcist Believer. That opens up this weekend. Also, there's a creepy one I don't know much about, but it's called When Evil Lurks. So that looks a bit creepy. And then here's one. This was one of my favorites. It's not so much scary. It's a comedy, of course. It's Hocus Pocus. And it's the 30th anniversary of that film. So that's going to be out in the theaters. So I thought we'd talk about, if you want, your favorite horror movies. You know, I think October really is sort of the month for that sort of thing. It's like in my house, 1st of October rolls around, the ghosts and the pumpkins go out front, and we start watching ghost hunting shows and scary movies. And, the people have their favorites. Some people don't like them at all, right? And I was thinking about genre. I'm not like a big gore guy. Like these Saw movies, and I know one just came out. I think it's 10, right? Saw 10. Not really my thing. It's just like, for me, it's like gore for the sake of gore. But one of my favorite movies when it comes to horror flicks, scary movies, Night of the Living Dead. Now, why am I bringing up Night of the Living Dead, besides it being one of my favorite? Well, mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. I just confirmed it today. It's going to be Evening Edge night at the Plaza Theater down in Miamisburg on Saturday, October 28th. And we're going to be screening The Night of the Living Dead. Now, here's what's cool about this. We're not going to be just showing the movie. Oh, no. There's going to be a special guest at that screening. His name is John Russo. Now you ask, who's John Russo? He is the co-writer of that film, Night of the Living Dead. He's going to be there doing meet and greets and a Q&A. So if you are a big-time horror movie fan and you watch, you like Night of the Living Dead, I watched it again last night just to get sort of psyched up and ready to go. You're going to want to join us. Now, usually at the Plaza, tickets are $5, but this is going to be a special deal, and it's $10. It's a little more, but it's well worth it. It's going to be a great night. You're going to get to meet John Russo and talk to him and ask him about making Night of the Living Dead back in 1968. I mean, that's if you know anything about that film. It wasn't the first zombie movie per se. There were like 4 or 5 others, maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 years before that. But that movie really sort of was a game changer for zombie films. And, the whole gist of the story is that it's a little town in Pennsylvania, and the undead start causing chaos, right? And it's shot in black and white. It was an independent film. It was just a really, really cool movie. And we're going to be showing it. So I'm excited about that. So mark your calendars, October 18th or 28th, rather. Sorry. The 28th, it's Saturday. There's actually going to be 2 screenings that day. There's one at 4, and then there's the one at 7. And that's the the Evening Edge screening, if you will. And I will have tickets to give away for that, not this next week, because I'm going to be gone Monday through Wednesday, which I'll talk about later. But the following 2 weeks leading up to it, you'll have a chance to get tickets to go see this Evening Edge night at the Plaza Theater. So 937-457-1290. You want to talk about your scary movies, your favorite scary movies, your least favorite, or your favorite horror genre, whatever it is, give us a shout.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
How's everybody doing? Hey, Leslie. Hey, Paul. Hey, Chris. It's National Transfer Money to Your Daughter Day. I think that's made up. I think that is made up. Hey, Heather. Matthew, how you doing? Kim, what's going on? Hey, David. I have to share something with you. And I may talk about this on the air. I don't know. I got new glasses. And I do not like them. Oh my gosh. When I was trying on the frames a couple weeks ago, my wife seemed to like them. The person who was helping me, nice woman, oh, those are nice looking, I got them and I can't stand them. They're too big. They're just too big. Oy, what am I going to do? Not a fan. See, look, I don't like them. Don't like them at all. Oy. So I'm going to a ghost pepper party this weekend. What's everybody else doing? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Yeah, I don't like them. And I'm almost to the point where I left my old ones out in the car, the black and white ones. I'm almost, if they weren't in my car, I would be wearing them. That's how much I don't like them. I Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Devil Wind. I haven't been there in a while. I wonder if they still have the Whitney wheat, named after Gil Whitney. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, I opened up the phone lines. They're always open, but I guess nobody wants to talk about scary movies yet. Maybe it's too early. I don't know. We've been watching them. The Exorcist Believer opens up this weekend. Hocus Pocus 3, the 30th anniversary, When Evil Lurks. Well, you want to talk about it? Great. Not, we'll move on. Here's something that may be controversial. I don't know that America's ready for this. Has nothing to do with Hunter Biden's laptop, a border wall, the election, none of that. I'll tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with toilet paper. You heard that right. You know, when you think of toilet paper, I feel like, how else could they improve it? What are they going to do? It's already, some of the brands super, super soft. You can get some that are scented and unscented. Double layer, triple layer, quadruple layer. Right? Well, apparently Charmin says it can do better. For the first time in a century, Charmin is revolutionizing the world of TP simply by changing the shape of the perforation. Apparently, this has been a problem for a long time that no one has addressed. The history of toilet paper. I don't know exactly when they started putting perforations on the TP. I know at some point you probably just had to rip it right off, right? Well, instead of the traditional straight line, they have replaced it with wavy scalloped lines. It's wavy. See? Not straight. It's wavy. And it took them, and I love this, it took them a decade to figure this out. They've spent 10 years. While you're going about your day, they've been trying to figure out how to make your toilet paper tear more easily. Oh, my gosh. They say the problem with regular square toilet paper is consumers don't usually pull straight down, but instead they pull it across diagonally, right? I mean, I know what they're talking about. I do the same thing. And then you end up getting, shards, I guess, of toilet paper just kind of hanging there. Sometimes in my house, I pull the whole daggone toilet paper stand right over, and that's annoying. Then the toilet paper falls off, and then it rolls down the hallway. And then what do? You're scooting down You're shuffling and scooting down the hallway trying to pick up the toilet paper. But some people who have tried it say they love it. It takes less effort to tear the sheets, so that's good. And we'll see what happens. It's going to be in stores nationwide. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see what the new TP's like. That's
It's
for sure.
the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Mr. Whipple is spinning in his grave. That is something else. Yeah, I don't know, Heather. I may have to I don't know. I mean, I will say this. I can get new glasses really inexpensively online. I mean, I do have progressive bifocals. So they're a little more expensive. The lens are a little more expensive, but the frames that they have you can get for 10-15 bucks. So I looked and I can get some decent frames. At least I think they're decent, or they look decent, and they seem more appropriate for a full set of glasses for like $50. So it's not bad. Yeah, I don't know what the story is. And the other thing is too, it's not just the frames. It'd be nice if you could just pop out the lenses and put them in another set of frames. But they're ground to a certain dimension to fit the frames. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll be what it is. I bet that's it. At some point, it's going to change, and everybody's going to jump on board. And then there's going to be those diehards that like the straight line perforation. They're not interested in this newfangled wavy crap, so to speak. Oh. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Talking about your favorite horror movies. Some scary ones opening up this weekend at the Picture House. Let's see. The Exorcist, Believer, When Evil Lurks, Hocus Pocus, the 30th anniversary. That's a fun one. Yeah, I like that one. 937-457-1290. Also, confirmation, or I shouldn't say confirmation, but we had a report of a car into a building up in Troy that happened last night near the Submarine House. And actually, the person who reported it to me this morning, Jack, actually called Submarine House and said, hey, did that van hit your building? And they said, nope. So we don't count that one. However, I am looking for confirmation from maybe somebody in Richmond, Indiana. I got a message from Betsy, and she says that U.S. Route 40 and Salisbury Road doesn't indicate what happened there. I'm guessing it's a car into a building because that's usually the kind of messages I get, but no pictures. So if you're in Richmond and you know something about that, by all means, give us a call. Let's see. Let's talk to Chris in Beaver Creek. What's up, Chris? Hello, Chris. Chris, are you there? Okay. Jess in Corwin. What's going on, Jess?
Hey, I tell you what, a movie that frightened me as a young lad was with Fred Gwynn, who played Herman Munster, but it was Pet Sematary by a Stephen King novel.
Yes. Yeah.
That, I tell you what, that was his. It wasn't even that the pet was coming back. Spoiler alert! But it was his sister who had like this debilitating disease and looked like a skeleton. It really freaked me out.
Yeah. That was a scary one. I think I saw that at the Belmont Auto Theater in Beaver Creek. Long time ago. Yeah.
You're taking yourself.
I know. Hey, now let me ask you this, Jess. Did you hear my story about the new toilet paper from Charmin?
I did. Interestingly enough, I actually work in the Jan-San industry, which is janitorial services. So I'm kind of intrigued by this.
Well, that's what a coincidence that you are a professional in the TP world. So have you had people complain to you about the quality of toilet paper perforations before?
I've heard tales of such. I basically deal in skincare, which is soap and hand sanitizers. But obviously, we're in the same place where the toilet paper is.
Right. So, see, here's what I'm thinking is if in fact that this new wavy scalloped perforation edge becomes popular, then like everything else, all the other toilet paper companies are going to follow suit. They're going to come up with their own thing because it's something new. It's something different, right? I wonder if people will then start hoarding the old straight line perforation squares, you know?
There's a possibility, and then how long do we get to the 3 shells?
That's right. Yeah. When is it going to end? I thought toilet paper was fine the way it was, but I guess not.
Evolution.
Yeah, evolution. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. You know, one day that'll make a nice, coffee table book, The History of TP. Dave in Lakeview, what's going on, Dave?
Yeah, George Costanza would love your toilet paper book.
Yes. Oh, it was, and Kramer did the one about the
coffee table.
Yeah, the coffee table. Yeah, I like that idea. That's a good one.
Yeah, but the last movie that I saw in a theater that really unnerved me, and I actually left the theater like on the verge of trembling, was the original Amityville Horror.
Ooh.
That's the last one that I can ever remember being scared.
That's a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah, but I saw that in the theater when it came out, and Alien, the original Alien, that was really real tense and had its scary moments, bloody movie, bloody stuff. But lately, I really like the movie The Ring.
Okay, yeah. I don't know that I've seen that all the way through. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
But see, I'm not really like a blood and guts guy. I'm more like into the creepy factor.
Right.
And that movie is creepy.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Dave. I am not like a gore kind of person. Like I remember renting when you could rent DVDs at Blockbuster, Saw, the movie Saw, the original one. And oh my God, I just was like, no, this is not, gore for the sake of gore to me is just kind of silly.
Yeah, I know.
I like stuff that's more sort of cerebral.
Yeah. And the thing with the zombie movies, you were saying like the Night of the Living Dead was probably the first zombie movie.
Well, one of them.
I think it was the first, people coming back from the dead and eating people zombie. But there were movies from the 40s and 50s that had zombies, but they were under hypnotic control or they were on drugs.
Yeah.
The traditional Haitian zombies.
Well, the thing that I thought was interesting, and we talked about this, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights ago. I forget what exactly the topic was, but we were talking about the fact that usually in zombie movies, we were talking about horror movie tropes that are just sort of overdone, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that way about zombie films and zombie shows that are made today. Now, this one, Night of the Living Dead, it was, that was, like you said, it was one of the originals. But but the thing that we talked about was the fact that usually in those shows, in those movies, at least the more modern ones, it's not the zombies that are dangerous. It's the people who are trying to get away from the zombies, and they turn on each other and they become. And you even saw, and like I said, I watched Night of the Living Dead last night, just to, kind of get hyped up. And there was some of that, the people who were trying to escape the zombies were at each other's throats, so it's like, it's kind of interesting.
Well, have you ever seen the original War of the Worlds?
Yeah. Again, long time ago.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened to them. The Martians were a danger, but so were the panicky people.
Yeah.
They were trying to steal your car, your whatever you had. They wanted it for their own survival.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just can't trust people.
That is true. That's the lesson we need to learn from zombie movies. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Michelle in Beaver Creek, what's up? Michelle?
Hey.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Well, I got to tell you, my scariest movie has always been Halloween because I'm old. Jamie Lee Curtis is my age. So I was babysitting at the same time she was babysitting, and that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, that I can imagine that a lot of babysitters in that period of time, if they saw that, whenever they'd be babysitting late at night, the kids in bed, waiting for mom and dad to come home, and then you hear something rattle up against the window, right?
That music still gets me.
Yeah.
All you have to do is play that music.
Light flickers a little bit, and then the phone rings, and then there's no one there, and yeah, I could see that causing terror in a young girl's heart. So what do you think about this toilet paper too? Do you have an issue with the straight line edge, or are you interested in this wavy scalloped edge perforation?
I'm interested. I think it might be pretty, but what I was going to add, when I was a kid, one of my friends, they were really rich, I thought. Mm-hmm. They always had toilet paper that was colored and had flowers printed on it.
Yes.
I thought, man, they are so rich. Someday I want to be rich enough to have toilet paper like that. And now they don't even make it anymore. That I know.
Yeah, they don't. And I think it has to do with the dye getting in the water system or whatever, the aquifer or whatever it is. But I want to say we had pink toilet paper at one point.
Yep. Pink or flowered print.
Yeah.
That's being rich.
Yeah. I once, and I never understood this. I once worked for a place. They were really, it wasn't a radio station. They were really, really cheap. Okay. And they bought the cheapest toilet paper that they could. And it's that really thin toilet paper. And the thing that I always felt like I'm going to use 5 times as much as I normally would because it's so thin.
Exactly.
Are you really saving money because everybody's using more?
Exactly.
I never understood that. Now, sometimes that toilet paper is good if you've got a septic system, right? Or you've got old pipes and, because it disintegrates easier perhaps, but I don't know. I think they were just doing it because they were cheapos.
Yeah. That's the worst.
All right.
That toilet paper is the worst.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate your call. 937-457-1290. Karen in Butler Township. What's up?
Yeah, I just got back from my vacation at my cabin.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to get home to hear you because I can't get you where I'm at. And I thought, the first night I got home, I turned you on and listened to you.
Well, not specifically, but where's your cabin?
Well, I mean, I never could say that word. Actually in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. I was thinking like if you were just out in the woods, I mean, you could still get a radio signal, but if you're up in Michigan, forget it.
No, that far up, we're lucky to get anything. And I'll say something quick, and then I'll tell you the movie that scared me.
Yeah.
Number one, my girlfriend gets that kind of toilet paper, and I just keep pulling it off and pulling it off and pulling it off. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I'm using 40 pieces of toilet paper.
Exactly.
Because it's so thin. And I don't remember the color of the flowered toilet paper. I never got that.
You never got colored toilet paper?
No.
And apparently, Karen, you weren't wealthy enough.
Oh, probably not. We were very, very poor. And we probably back then we had the toilet paper. You had to pull off 40 pieces. But
that could be.
Scary movie. I don't like them. I never watched that monkey movie. Whatever it was with all those monkeys.
The monkey movies?
Yeah, they walked around and they were monkeys, and all the kids went to see it.
Did they have guns? Did they have guns?
They might have, but
did they ride horses? Are you talking about the Planet of the Apes?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You thought that was a scary movie?
Oh, I didn't like it. I've never seen it. But this movie is called The House at the End of the Road.
Okay, yeah.
And it is beyond scary.
I've heard of that one.
My daughter talked me into watching it, and it has clowns that have these faces, and they're after
creepy clowns.
After this couple, and I had to sit there. She said, "Oh, Mom, just watch it."
Right.
So that's it. No more scary movies for me. I'll stick to the love story.
I got you. Well, thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290. We'll take more of your calls. Oh, that's the wrong one. Boy, I am just hitting the wrong buttons tonight.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's my new glasses that I can't stand.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate your kind words about the show. And that's interesting. Playing the game over the phone, I'm assuming then that you both had a board, right? And you'd have to move each the other person's player or piece. Interesting. I mean, I know people that have played chess that way, right? Because if you know anything about chess, all of the squares are numbered. It's not necessarily printed on the board, but they are all numbered. And somebody could say, king's bishop to B7 or whatever, So I could totally see that. Skate Elvis in the house. What's happening, man? What's happening? Hey, Ashley, how you doing tonight? Jim, you are 100% right. I would say that probably has, it's got to be, horror movies are just the worst for that, right? I mean, they're as predictable as like old westerns, you know. Lana, you're right. Thank God it's Friday. Hey, just a heads up to everybody watching the stream tonight. I know there's only maybe a dozen or so. I am not going to be here on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. My wife is having surgery on Monday, and I'm going to be with her all day Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm planning on being back on Thursday. So try to remember, if you are looking for the live stream on those nights, it's not going to be there. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Skate Elvis. She's healthy, by the way. It's actually, she's having bariatric surgery. So it's health related, but it is elective. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Want to get to Chris real quick in Dayton. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So my son texted me today. He works at a store, and he said, "Mom, guess what? Somebody just drove in our front window."
Oh my gosh! What? Can you tell me the name of the business?
Yeah, it's You Break I Fix. Like they fix phones and things like that.
Are you really?
Yeah, it was out. Oh my gosh! So it is south.
I think I've seen
Austin Landing.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. All right, I'll have to check into that. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, he sent me a picture and everything. He was like, "Mom, somebody."
Oh my gosh! Well,
I got to call the radio show tonight.
If you can, if you're on social media, Chris, send that to me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up. Double D. H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
It's going to be chilly. Have you heard? It's going to be chilly. It's going to be a chilly weekend in the Miami Valley. Chilly. Remember Carl Nichols on Channel 2? Chilly. It's going to be chilly. Chilly. We used to play a contest on the morning show over on the Edge. We used to play How Chilly Is It, Carl? That's funny. Chilly, it's going to be a chilly day. And then this evening, chilly day. A mixed bag of rain and sun. I could do weather. Chilly tomorrow morning, then chilly in the afternoon, and then tomorrow evening, a cold front moves in, and it will become even more chilly. I love broadcast cliches, man. They're just the best. A mixed bag of clouds and sun and chilly. Yeah, I know. I think they just became uber serious about it.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Just listening to that weather report from Robert Gautreaux III. And it reminded me of a longtime weather guy here in Dayton on Channel 2, Carl Nichols. Remember Carl? Super nice guy. But the thing that I always remember about him, chilly. It's going to be a chilly morning, then chilly this afternoon, and then tonight a mixed bag of clouds and sun, but it's going to be chilly. When I was doing the morning show over on the alternative station back in the late 90s, we used to do a bit called How Chilly Is It, Carl? Because he did our weather. He'd be like, chilly, it's going to be chilly, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be very, very chilly tonight. And chilly tomorrow morning. When the kids go out to the school bus, make sure they've got their mittens on because it's going to be chilly. 937-457-1290. If you're stuck in that traffic on 35, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what you're seeing. Speaking of traffic, here's Will Taylor stepping into the studio, also known as Edgy, the Evening Edge Squirrel, but you've kind of left that behind, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're still having a real bad time on 35. This is westbound 35. A semi truck that's at Smithville Road. It's on fire. It's smoking. They're still trying to put out the flames. It's really bad. That smoke is creating big visibility issues. They've shut down 35 all the way back to Woodman Drive. So I would avoid this area at this time. The best bet for you to get off and get around this is to hop off 35. That would be at North Fairfield Road, and then you would have to take the surface streets over to past, trying to get onto Linden Avenue and then getting onto Steve Whalen Boulevard.
Is it closed both directions?
Just the westbound.
Just westbound right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, there you go. Give us a call if you're stuck in that. Give us a eyewitness account of the burning big rig. 937-457-1290. Let's see. Chris and Xenia. What's up, Chris?
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
Hey, it wasn't a movie. It was an episode of the old Twilight Zone, William Shatner, where the gremlin was out on the wing.
Oh, yeah. The guy who was walking out on the wings. I remember that.
Oh, I got to tell you what, many sleepless nights after that one.
Yeah, I can imagine. And, if you had to fly after that, you might be thinking, what's going on out there? What's out there? What is out there? All right. Thanks, Chris. Ron in Brookville. What's up, Ron?
Yeah, well, I wanted a toilet paper comment and a movie comment here.
Yes, give me your thoughts on toilet paper.
My thoughts on toilet paper, I won't get to see the new toilet paper because I'm blind now, okay? But
well, you can still feel the wavy, scallopy edge of the toilet paper.
Well, we haven't got any yet, then, but eventually I will. But as far as toilet paper changing over the years, I remember going to visit my grandfather when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
In Kentucky. He lived up in a holler.
Right.
He still kept Sears and Roebuck catalog out there in the outhouse.
Yeah. Hey, I just thought of something. As a blind person, what if instead of because if you get magazines, you can't read them unless they're Braille. What if they started putting stories or something on the toilet paper in Braille? So as you sit there, you could read the toilet paper, and then use the toilet paper.
Can you think how much that would add to the expense of the toilet paper?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I guess, I don't know how toilet paper is really made. I would think you could just run it over something and then, like an old printing press, right? The little, the dots would pop up and then they would, I don't know.
Well, who knows? You might have come up with a marketable idea.
There you go.
I was going to share one other little thing, and it was because of the effect back when I could see, I was on the first co-ed ship in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
And we got the woman on board, and we were on the way over to the Med, and they did something very unusual. Usually we had the movie down on the mess decks, but they decided to put it up on the fantail. Now, this is, outside you could see the stars the whole bit, but if you opened up a hatch to go in, you had the red light filters on, so it's not going to destroy your night vision.
Okay.
But the movie was Alien, the original Aliens.
Yeah.
It did add to the creepiness quite a bit.
I would imagine. All right, Ron, I appreciate your call. That line's open, 937-457-1290, and you can use it to call in and play the current events quiz. If you would like to play the current events quiz, give us a call on that number, and I've got tickets to Brimstone Haunt down in Wilmington. And I've got a current events quiz, and just be the fifth caller, and you can take the current events quiz and win those tickets. John in Centerville, what's up, John?
Hi. Hey, the movie The Fog came out, I think, in the late 70s.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Funny story related to it, they actually filmed it at the Point Reyes Lighthouse north of San Francisco. And I was going out to that lighthouse to photograph it about 15 years ago, and I called to get the hours of when it was open to the Park Service. And
right.
I said, hey, was that looks familiar. Was that in the movie? And the guy says, oh, yeah, it was in The Fog. We still get a call every day about that movie.
That's funny. But that was one of those iconic films, right? Yeah. And it was just the Fog, yeah. Right?
Anyway.
All right. Well, thanks, John. Take care, man. John seemed very laid back. Hey, take it easy, man. All right. We've got Jenny in Mendon, Ohio. Jenny?
Yeah, hi.
Where's Mendon, Ohio?
Close to Salina.
Ah, okay, I got you. Mendon, Ohio. Is Mendon famous for anything?
It used to have a Harley Davidson shop.
Like an actual shop, or was it a factory?
Yeah, no, it was Jim's Harley Davidson.
Oh, so it's famous because it had a motorcycle shop. All right.
There's not much else.
I got you. Now, have you heard our conversation about toilet paper?
Oh, no, I missed that.
So Charmin is coming out with a brand new toilet paper. And this is true. It's not a joke. Now, you're familiar with, of course, toilet paper and the straight line perforation on the little squares of toilet paper. Everybody is. It's been that way for like 100 years, right? Yeah. Well, they have decided that it takes too much effort to tear that perforation precisely. So they have come up with a new wavy, and they're calling it a wavy scalloped edge, which is, well, it's wavy. See, Jenny, it's not straight, it's wavy. And they say that you can tear it off and it doesn't tear apart. It's a pleasure, they say. but that's coming out this month, and it's from Charmin. So any thoughts on that? No?
I don't think I need to buy it now.
Well, you never know. You might, you know what?
Differently?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it does, but you know what I'm thinking? You might get yourself a package, okay? Give it a try. Let me know. Let me know.
Well,
all right.
I'll let you know.
You want to play the current events quiz? Let's get it going here.
Listen, everybody. It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
A quiz, hotshot. Can you answer the question? I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Thank you very much, Norm Kelly, official announcer of the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz. Current Events Quiz is brought to you by Abbey Road Chimney Services. Call 937-833-0505 or online at abbeyroadchimneysweeps.com. Jenny, do you have a chimney?
Not a working one.
Yeah, we don't have one either. I wish we did, but that was the one thing that we didn't get with the new house that we got a couple years ago. Just There was no chimney in it. All right, so you are playing for 4 passes to Brimstone Haunt, conveniently located on Brimstone Road in Wilmington. It's a scary attraction, a haunted attraction, and you can get more at brimstonehaunt.com. All right, tonight's current events quiz is brought to you by idiots. Idiots everywhere.
Parents are probably idiots too.
All right.
Wake up, idiot. Silly dilly dilly, yo. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
All right, here's question number 1. Oh, you know how to play this, right, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I give you 3 questions, 3 possible answers. It's always C. There you go. All right, here's question number 1. An American idiot was arrested in Israel after smashing a pair of ancient Roman statues on display in a Jerusalem museum, including the head of Athena from the 2nd century. He said he did it because A, it reminded him of his ex-mother-in-law, B, thought they would bounce, or C, he considered them idolatrous.
B.
There you go. That's true. All right, here's question number 2. A carjacker in Texas abandoned the car he was stealing after driving only a few feet because A, he didn't realize the car had no tires. B, he discovered a teething and crying baby in the back seat. That'll get you to leave the car. Or C, the car was a manual transmission.
How about C?
You got it. Yeah. If you're going to be a carjacker, it's a good idea to train also on stick shift.
Yeah.
Just something to think about. You'll be a more well-rounded car thief.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's question number 3 for the win. An Australian man has been exposed on social media for faking his own kidnapping. He faked his abduction so he could do what? A, get out of paying his alimony. B, hide from Australia's most dangerous street gang, the Kanga Mob. Or C, cheat on his girlfriend.
C.
You got it. The girlfriend and police spent a number of days looking for him. He was later discovered in his own vehicle with a hooker. Well, congratulations, Jenny. You are the winner. Hang on the line and we'll get your details and get those passes to you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
WHIO Triple Team Traffic is sponsored by Elk and Elk. Elk and Elk has won over $1 billion for their injured clients. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Senior Road Thank you, Lyle. Thank you. Thank you. It is Hot Hat Friday, and this is the official hat of the movie Triangle Park about the first NFL football game that was played here in Dayton, Ohio. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. If you're looking for something to just kill some time, you might check out my Facebook page. Last night, I posted a picture of one of the several junk drawers that we have in our house, and I asked people to post pictures of their junk drawers. And I have to tell you, there's something fascinating about looking in other people's junk drawers just to kind of see what they got in there. Most people have probably the same junk, right? But there were some outliers. Some unusual things were spotted. And I don't know if the people who were posting the pictures actually knew that. but you might check it out. Coming up, we got a Florida man and a Florida woman story. The Florida woman story I love because this will be, I think, the third story this week about somebody riding on the hood of a car.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, folks.
T-double-D.
Double-L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I love doing this show, Denise. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Mark your calendars. October 28th, it's a Saturday. I guess you could call it Halloween weekend. I mean, Halloween's, what, Monday? Is that right? Is that Monday, the 31st? Is that right? Tuesday. Anyway, October 28th, down at the Plaza Theater, it's going to be the Evening Edge night at the Plaza Theater, and we're showing the 1968 classic Night of the Living Dead. Sort of the game changer when it came to zombie films. And not only are we going to be showing that, but a gentleman by the name of John Russo is going to be there meeting and greeting folks and doing a Q&A. Now, why John Russo? Well, John Russo was the co-writer of the script that George Romero did of that movie. So he's in the know, and he's going to be there. Tickets are $10. I'll have details on how you can buy them here in the next week or so, but we will have some to give away. So just kind of make your plans, circle the date, and be ready to join us there. The Plaza Theater, downtown Miamisburg, on October 28th, 7 o'clock showtime. Will Taylor is here, and he's got an update on the chaos on 35.
Yeah, we're having a scary movie of our own.
Yeah,
this is westbound 35 at Smithville Road. A truck has been on fire there for about an hour now, and they've shut down 35 there at Smithville Road. So the best way to get around this would be to get off 35 at North Fairfield Road and then take Dayton Xenia Road. That'll turn into Linden Avenue once you go far enough west, and then take Linden Avenue over to Steve Whalen Boulevard, closer into Dayton, and then that should be where you can get back onto 35.
Very well.
But it's been bad.
Yeah, it is bad. For those folks that are sitting out there, I'd love to get your eyewitness account of what it looks like. The other thing that I wanted to throw out there is this morning I was listening to Larry Hanskin on Miami Valley's Morning News, and they were talking about a story, and this is the study. It's from cars.com. It reveals that 47% of consumers find pickup truck owners more attractive than car owners. So my question is, if you're sitting out there in traffic and you're kind of just stuck and you can't move, just kind of look around, because I'm sure you're gonna see plenty of pickup trucks. There's tons of pickup trucks all over Dayton. Just take a gander, right? And look at the people that are driving the pickup trucks, and then look at the people who are driving the cars. And you can include yourself in the rear view if you want. And do you think pickup truck owners look more attractive? Be curious to know what you're thinking. It says many Americans own a truck for the cool factor. And searches for new pickups have increased by 4% over 2022. So there you go. Take a look. See what your neighbors there in the traffic jam look like, and get back to me. We have a Florida woman.
She's totally crazy. She ain't no lady. Meth grin smells of gin. She's really wild, yeah, doing it trailer style. She'll pull a razor, carries a taser, trash a bar,
Steals a car.
She's the one Mama said stay far away from. Yeah, she's a Florida woman.
This might be a record. 3 stories this week that involve people riding on the hood of a car. I think we had one on Monday, maybe another on Tuesday. 76-year-old Florida woman was arrested on Saturday in Palm Coast, Florida, after she attempted to flee the scene of a hit and run. When the woman tried to drive off after crashing into a vehicle, the victim, and I don't know why they do this. I've said this over and over. Don't jump on the hood of a car. Don't do it. It's not going to turn out well for you, one way or another. The victim decided to take matters into his own hands. He initially tried to stop the driver by blocking her vehicle, but the woman allegedly tried to run him over in an attempt to flee. It was a shocking turn of events. The victim hopped onto the vehicle and held on to the hood of the car for 2 miles. As the woman reached speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, the entire incident was captured on surveillance cameras, and I watched it. And this woman it was like a little SUV. And she was just zipping right down the highway through the intersections with this guy hanging on for dear life. One bystander says he saw the victim clinging to the hood. He tried his best to keep others far behind where the car was, so if the victim fell off, he wouldn't get run over. Cops finally caught up with the crazed woman. She pulled over. The victim survived the ordeal without any injuries, and of course, she was arrested and charged with leaving the scene and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, her car. So look, if somebody steals your car, tries to steal your car, you're in an accident, they want to take off, don't jump on the hood. Just do yourself a favor. We don't need that. You don't need that either. Kathy in Kettering, what's up, Kathy?
I just came through the 35 traffic over there by Smithfield Road.
Okay.
And my son took pictures. It's really horrible.
Well, can you are you able to send me the pictures? Can you send them to me through social media?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to see it, and if you're cool with it, I could share it with the other edge heads out there. So those who don't go through that area, they can at least get an idea of what it looked like and what it looks like.
It was kind of fascinating in a way. You saw the fire truck, and they're just pouring water straight on it.
What kind of, was it just like a regular big rig semi with the big trailer on the back, or was it something different, or?
No, that's kind of what it looked like. My son got a better look at it than I did because I was trying to get through the traffic.
Right.
So I couldn't pay attention too much to it.
No, I got you. Was it was the side of the trailer, was it like blank, or could you see a company name or business, or I want to know if it's Amazon, because I'm expecting some stuff.
Oh, no, I don't think it was Amazon.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I don't think it was.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, really, it might be in the pictures. I haven't really even looked at them yet. We just got back to the house, and I was like,
I got you.
I got to call Todd. I want to tell him.
Well, I appreciate that. Did you hear me talking about the survey that Larry Hanskin was talking about this morning, where a new study says 47% of consumers find pickup truck owners more attractive than car owners. And I'm curious if you've noticed that when you were going through that traffic, sitting there, if you saw pickup drivers, do they look more attractive to you than regular car? Yeah.
I kind of bias on that because my husband was in front of me in his pickup truck, and I think he's pretty handsome.
Oh, all right. Well, see there, I guess you'd be one of those people.
Yeah. I guess so.
All right, Kathy. Well, I appreciate you calling. Oh, one last thing before you go. We were talking about people's favorite horror movies. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Oh, gosh. The last one I ever watched, and it was years and years ago, was Poltergeist, and I had nightmares about that.
Yeah, the scariest thing about that movie to me is, if you remember, they were putting in like a swimming pool or something, and bodies started floating up when it was storming, and
it was a really Yeah, I had nightmares for quite some time, but I have to tell you, my mom, she saw Psycho, and ever since then, you could not go into the bathroom, especially if she was in the shower, because she was screaming her head off.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. When you first said that, I thought you said my mom is psycho. You said your mom saw Psycho. Okay.
No,
All right.
my mom is not.
Okay, I'm just being clear on that. All right, Kathy, I appreciate your call. I'm glad you guys got home safe. Okay.
Yes, we are too. Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good one. That line's open 937-457-1290. All right. So just so you know, I am not going to be here Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. My wife is having surgery on Monday. It's she's having bariatric surgery, candidly. So it's for her health, but it is an elective kind of thing. And she's having surgery Monday morning. I'm going to be with her all day and all night because she's got to spend the night. And she's coming home Tuesday. I'm going to be home with her then because she's going to need me, and the dogs are going to need me. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to take off because we don't know how she's going to be. Hopefully, she'll be okay. So I'm just pointing it out that I'm not going to be here Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. There will be best of. But we will have of course, all the latest news and the traffic and the weather, the whole deal. But I just want to put that out there so you aren't surprised and wonder what happened to me. CJ in Dayton, what's up, CJ?
Hey, Todd.
Hey, man.
Hey, I was going to bring up about the scary movie topic. Remember Blair Witch?
Oh, yeah. Last year we did a screening of Blair Witch down at the Plaza.
Oh, wow. I bet you that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a double bill. We did Young Frankenstein and Blair Witch. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. The whole thing, it was creepy, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. I don't know how many times you've seen that film, but I remember when it came out in the theaters and people thought that it was real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
You know, it really, everybody was kind of on their toes, and for the first time, you know, and then we get pranked, you know, a couple of weeks later, oh, this is just a bunch of
Well,
guys
yeah,
out in the
but
woods,
I'll
you know?
tell you what, it was brilliant marketing because they made sure that none of the actors that were in the film appeared on any TV shows to promote it.
That too, yeah.
Because they didn't want it. They didn't want the cat out of the bag, and I thought it worked out. It was great. It was great.
Yeah,
so
it was.
That's
Thank
a good
you,
one.
God.
Yep, CJ, have a great weekend. 937-457-1290.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. She's going to be just fine. Oh. Just got a picture of the fire. Scary. She's getting a gastric sleeve. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7. Let's get Mike in Dayton real quick. Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
How are you, man?
All right, man. I just sent you some pictures of that truck on fire.
Yes, I just got these, and thank you so much. Do you care if I use them on social media?
Yeah, not at all.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's that is just crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty
Man,
nuts.
oh man. All right. Well,
Driving
here.
by it on the other side of 35, you can feel the heat from it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate you sending this to me. I will get these posted immediately, and people can see what it looks like.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man. Oh, go ahead.
About truck drivers. So I drive a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And I'm a contractor. And the one time we met out at the what was that? The overdose awareness.
Oh yeah, right. I remember that.
You saw how I was dressed, man. I'm always just a mess, dirty with drywall and paint and whatnot on me.
Right.
That's the way I view, truck drivers, because I use it for work, so I'm always.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I got you. All right, Mike. I got to fly, man. I got to fly. I'm against the clock here, but I appreciate you calling and sending me those pictures. I'll get them up there. Have a great weekend, and don't forget, I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be with my wife, but I will be back here on Thursday. So we'll talk to you then. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you.